Yeah, because we're stomping on them bitter ones.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Raps. And of course, I'm your host, your YouTube Messiah. I'm the often imitated, never duplicated superstar, Tim Vicious, and gonna be going over Raw this week. Was in Everett, Washington, and well, before we get into that, let's get into the SmackDown Rewind. Pop into last week's highlights. It was love was in the air. It was the Valentine's Day episode. The one episode a lot of people were looking forward to because of the one moment above all else. Otis and Mandy's date. And in true WWE dickhole style, Dolph Ziggler came in and stole the fucking girl. And I gotta tell you, I am not cool with the fact that seeing Ziggler do that. But what I am gonna be cool with is seeing fucking Otis and Tuck go and put Ziggler through a fucking wall over that now. Because that right there is fucking gonna be good. Now, other big stuff that did happen last week. Bayley and Carmella had their title match. Bayley won. She then issued a open challenge for a title defense at the Saudi show. So, which, you know, I'm not one to toot my own horn or anything, but toot fucking called this shit a good while ago. You go back, watch some of the old episodes. I talked about with the Saudi shows. Listen, if you don't want to watch the Saudi shows, that's your prerogative. I respect that. You don't want to watch it because of political belief, because you don't think that they should sign a deal with them, or because whatever reason. Okay, that's your prerogative. That's your opinion. I respect that. That's cool. However, don't shit on the people who do choose to want to watch it, and don't shit on the fact that people have been saying for years, since I can fucking remember back when I was like 5 years old, hearing people say all the time, need to bring more Western civilization over to the Middle East, you know? And obviously we're not talking about like hoochie shorts and fucking shit like that. But you know, introduce simple things. I mean, Christ, what was it, like a few years ago? They wound up finally bringing the first U.S. movie over in the history of ever, and of all things, it had to be that fucking MoJo movie, which I got no fucking idea why they did that, but that's neither here nor there. But they're introducing small bits of Western culture here and there. Now, it's not to say they're gonna get they're gonna get McDonald's and a Starbucks on every corner right away. No. But simple things like this will help. And people want to shit on the idea, oh, well, they didn't have women match. They're not letting women wrestle. They're not doing this, and this. Okay. But the women talent were over there, even though they weren't performing. They were out doing work at hospitals, seeing kids, cheering them up, shit like that. No different than what they do any other day. And all that eventually led to Renee Young getting to be a commentator on the show. And that eventually springboarded to the very first women's match on the Saudi shows between Natalya and Lacey Evans. And now we're getting a fucking women's title match coming up. So, you know, I'm going to take a page out of Tommaso Ciampa's book, and because I fucking called this shit and said it would happen. Evolution. It's simple. Sometimes you gotta take 1 or 2 steps backwards to go 5 steps forwards. You gotta fucking give it a chance to grow. You don't get change overnight just like that as much as you would fucking want it. Now, that said, also, other big parts going on as far as with SmackDown last week. More build up between Roman and Corbin for their cage match at the Saudi show. And yeah, other than that, not much else really. So yeah, moving forward, quick sidebar note. NXT TakeOver Portland, killer show from start to finish. There excuse me, one part do have to mention the Rhea Ripley Bianca Belair match. Post-match, after Ripley won, Charlotte came in, attacked Ripley, and then said, you know what, I made my decision, I'll see you at WrestleMania, and then hit her with a natural selection. So, we're going to get Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's title at WrestleMania, and that's just going to be fucking good because, and here's the part where you need to listen, NXT is now being established as a third brand. So, while yes, it gets its own takeover, it gets its own special little pay-per-view every other month or so. You know, good for them. They get to have their own thing. But with WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, they don't just get to have a takeover the night before. No. Now they get to have a fucking match on the damn card. And, well, why not have it be the women that elevate that? You know? People have been saying, and WWE hasn't been doing, WWE does shit with the women's roster, and the women's division is bullshit, and this, that, and the other. People have been preaching that, you know? Well, it sure as hell looks like they're giving them a chance, huh? So, yeah. That said, now let's move forward on to the show. Monday Night Raw. It starts out with Randy Orton coming out in a very mean, methodical, kind of slow-pacing manner, talking about, now I was scheduled to have a no-holds-bar match with Matt Hardy tonight. That ain't gonna happen. And starts going into detail, talking about on how last week he beat the shit out of Matt, and, you know, all because he asked about why he did what he did to Edge. And then Matt Hardy came out, and Matt, wearing a neck brace, talking about on how, you know, I was all set to go and fight, but the doctors won't clear me. But that's not going to stop me because Matt Hardy is stronger than death. All I want to know, Randy, is why. Why would you do that to Edge? Why would you do that? And gets up in Randy's face. Pushes him. Not physically, but just, you know, like poking, like that annoying, like pushing his buttons. Kind of getting him to snap. Say something. Randy walks off. Next thing you know, Matt rolls out the ring, grabs a chair, gets back in, like, alright. Randy just comes back down, just sneaks over, puts one hand up on the rope, starts to climb up, drops down, Matt takes a swing, misses, and then boom, catches him off the rope, and then proceeds to beat the shit out of him, and Randy is one sick bastard, and this was fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful in a very sick, evil, maniacal way. Because beat the shit out of Matt Hardy, rip the neck collar off of him, hit him with a one-man concerto, and then put him on the stairs, and then hit him with a one-man concerto twice. And all the while looking like, I'm sorry. And again, from a character not just a character standpoint, like, think of it like almost in a movie sense, like from okay, yeah, like in a movie, from a character standpoint, the guy is going crazy. The guy's going so crazy. He knows he can't control his actions, and he's so sorry that he's doing it, but he can't stop himself. And that's where Randy's going right now, and it's just so fucking good. God, that's good shit. Now I know why Vince likes to say that a lot. Damn. Okay. So yeah, now we come to the first match of the night. Because after that, they cut the break, and then we come back, and now we got a match. Erick Rowan versus Aleister Black. First time Rowan's actually getting a for real match since he's got that thing in the box. And no, this thing wasn't mentioned, or was vaguely mentioned during the show. During the match, I should say. And yeah. As far as this match went, yep, pretty hard hitting to start, you know, had a nice back and forth. It was decent. It was nice to see Rowan actually get a chance to shine and have a chance to work in a fucking match. Not just do a fucking squash match, kill somebody in like 2 minutes and then put his hand in a box and come out with it looking all bloody. Just, yeah. But either way, match came to an end when Black, he had to actually hit Rowan with 2 black masses, because the first one knocked sense out of Rowan to where he was just down to one knee, like, I'll get you, just let me find the right one, like he looked like he was seeing 3 of them. And then Black just looked at him, wham, hit him with a second one, and then went for the cover. So yeah, now we move to the next match. R-Truth versus MoJo fucking Rawley, and MoJo's friend, whatever he is. I still don't fucking know this guy's name. They barely fucking mention his name on the show. You know, I can't find that guy's fucking name online or whatever. If somebody fucking knows it, please say something in the comments below so that way I could stop addressing him as MoJo's friend. Because that feels like an insult to the word friend. You know, more so because of the fact that I'm putting MoJo in front of it. But as far as this, it was a triple threat match for the 24/7 title. It was mostly Truth and MoJo working it. It was really kind of just like there for like, you know, like, oh yeah, hey, Match came to an end when MoJo's friend, again, that feels like an insult to the word friend, wound up doing a quick roll-up on MoJo by grabbing a handful of tights, so he is the 24/7 champion once again, and exit stage left. Thankfully, it ends in a very nice way where Truth proceeds to kick MoJo and hit him with the axe kick and then walks off. So now we come to next matchup, Drew McIntyre versus MVP. And this came to be because, if you weren't aware, last week at MVP, he had the VIP lounge up. Talk show segment for McIntyre, giving McIntyre a chance to hype up his excitement for going against Lesnar at Mania. And then MVP wound up saying, you know, you could use somebody who has a good amount of brains in this business, like me. And I'm saying, you can go far, but I guarantee I can help you get farther. And Drew wasn't for that. He claymored him, knocked the snot out of him, basically, which then led to this match. Now, should be noted, MVP, he did announce that he is now an official backstage producer for the show. I absolutely love the dude. You know, the guy is really cool. MVP, he's got a good heart and good mind for the business. You know, he's not going to go and work at he's not going to go and do something or try to get the words right. He's not going to go and put his name into a promotion if he doesn't think that there's some money in it. Should say. Not to say he's just thinking about money, but saying, listen, I'm not going to go and do this if I don't think there's nothing worth doing in it. But, you know, he's all for it. So, again, best of luck to him on that. But as far as this match goes, really quick squash, and it was, obviously, it was meant to. Normally, I'm not a fan of quick squash matches, but when they're meant to tell meant for a build-up for a story, it makes sense. And this was because you gotta make Drew look good, make him look like $1 million going into WrestleMania, pointing at the sign, hyping up on how he's gonna claymore Brock Lesnar's head off, take the title, and come bring it back home to Monday Night. And now we come to our next match. Rusev and Humberto Carrillo going against Angel Garza and Bobby Lashley. I'm not gonna lie, one thing that I did kind of want to see a little more of was well, a little more action, obviously, but yeah. I mean, Humberto and Garza, they were pretty much working most of the match, you know, right up into leading up into the break. And then Humberto, he was pretty much the team punching bag. Rusev got the hot tag in. And the thing that's just kind of annoying with me, and I know it's meant to be, and I'm not shitting on it. It's just the way Lana carries herself, because she went from being the ravishing Russian to now she's just carrying herself like an HMB, a high maintenance broad. And just from a personal perspective, I have never met an HMB that I liked. So it's just more so a pet peeve, like, duh, you know? But yeah. Kind of like with Elias. He looks like the smelly hipster that lives down the block from me. Ugh. Anyways. Yeah. Rusev, he got the hot tag, started cleaning up house. Match wound up coming to an end, though, when Garza wound up doing a quick roll-up after Rusev hit a super kick on Lashley, who was on the apron. And Garza did a roll-up, grabbed a handful of tights. 1, 2, 3. That was it. Garza got the win. I am all for that because we've already established the story of Rusev and Lashley. Now let's move forward with building up this new guy right here, Angel Garza. Now obviously he's got shit going on 205 and in NXT, but once Andrade comes back, there's nothing saying that Garza may not stay on Raw. You know, and if he does, great, we got more guy. Great, we got a new face to put on TV. So now we come to another one. Now we come to women's match. Natayla, thank God she did not have a microphone, going against Kairi Sane, who, bless her little heart, Kairi is just pure entertainment, plain and simple. You know, between her doing her little shrieky dances, doing that shit. Fucking loved it. Kairi being this chicken shit like heel is just pure gold. I fucking love it. She's just pure fucking gold. I love her. I love it. It was good action, some nice back and forth. The match ended kind of quick to my taste though, but it ended in a count out win. What it was, Natalya got to the damn it! Almost went the entire show without botching. Fuck! There's always next time. Natalya wound up getting to the outside, and Kairi, just as Kairi knocked Natalya to the outside, ref went to go check on Kairi Sane, as she did. Asuka, my future third ex-wife, boom! Kick right to the side of Natalya's head. I was like, ref! Like that. And then ref started to administer the 10 count. Got to 10. Bing, ding, ding, ding. The one thing that I can honestly say that was annoying with this match was on how Phillips and Saxton were saying, oh, well, Kairi Sane's just going to take a count out win. She's a fucking heel. Of course she is. If you're a villain, you're going to look at it and say, hey, a win's a win. I beat them. No fucking duh. Next up, we got impromptu match coming up. Ricochet going against Karl Anderson. This came to be when Uncle Alan came back ski, cut a promo saying on how he is back. He is the best superstar in any era. He could go against anyone at any time. Doesn't matter if it's Goldberg, Daniel Bryan, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Rock, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, you know, list goes on and on and on, and then Ricochet comes out, it's like, you mentioned me, how about you and me, we go one-on-one right here, right now. And then Karl Anderson, oh, hold on. You're going to be getting ready to go and do a gauntlet at Saudi. I don't want your first match back going against someone like him. Let me handle this for you, Uncle Alan. So we get this. Now Anderson, he was pretty much leading early on. After the break, or actually I should say during the break, it was one of those commercial breaks where the match was going on in the upper screen and the big and down there it was the main commercial. I think it was for like cheeseburger and a mattress or something, but I just had it on mute and was staring up in the corner. You know, you could see that they were that the ref actually threw Styles and Gallows out because Styles threw a clothesline when the ref didn't see it, but saw Styles gloating over it. So yeah. Now we got, so after that, Ricochet, he started to build up a comeback, wound up hitting the ripcord, 1, 2, 3, and again, it makes sense because you got Ricochet preparing to go against Brock Lesnar, which, to put it in a simpler term, is pretty much like having a kid in 12th grade gym going against the Incredible fucking Hulk. I really hope Ricochet at least gets his last rites read to him before he gets on that plane to Saudi Arabia. Because honestly, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but this is pretty much building up to as big of a murder as when Brock Lesnar killed Kofi in Japan. Yeah, all them years ago. I think that was like 5 or 6 years ago. But yeah, just on how bad he murdered Kofi, I'm guessing he's going to pretty much do that bad to Ricochet. So, yeah. Now we come to main event of the night. Trios match, which came to be because when the Monday Night Messiah, not to be confused with yours truly, the YouTube Messiah, came out to do a sermon talking about on how Phase 1 was to take out Owens, Raiders, Joe, and then Phase 2 was to introduce new characters and then bring in Ultron. Oh wait, no. Sorry. They said Phase 2, I was thinking. Sorry. Anyways, and then he was saying beginning Phase 2 of the plan, and then out came the Raiders, and then Owens, and they all proceeded to beat the crap out of them. And then Seth threw out an open challenge, which then came accepted. So we got Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders going against AOP and Buddy Murphy. Murphy was pretty much getting worked on at the start. Erick wound up becoming a punching bag, and then Owens got the hot tag in, started cleaning up house, and then he became the punching bag. And then Ivar got the hot tag and started cleaning up house. Everything was decent match. I'll say this, it was a decent match. Well, was it a repeat from last week? Yes, it was. The only difference was there was no Samoa Joe. But, that said, it was still a decent match. Do I like the fact that they were just doing a repeat from last week? No, God no. But I'm looking at it just from in-ring performance-wise, it was good. Do I like the fact that I seen the same shit from last week? No. But match came to an end when Owens, he hit... Damn it! Fucking botched again. Owens hit Murphy with a stunner, and then just as the refs counting 1, 2, Seth Rollins comes in, boom! Clubs Owens in the back, starts beating the crap out of him, and then we proceed to get a beat down on everyone. AOP holds Owens up, like, ugh. And then Seth cuts a promo saying, Owens, you crucified me, now I'm going to crucify you, which, I don't know about any of you guys, but hey, I grew up in Philadelphia and with the original ECW, and I still remember vividly seeing on TV Sandman getting crucified by Raven. So the second they said Owens was going to get crucified, my first thought was, oh fuck, they're going to do like the Sandman crucifixion? But thankfully right after Seth said that, the Street Profits came out and proceeded to help clean up house, and then they beat the living shit out of everyone. So, for everyone saying, oh, we're getting the same shit over and 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 over. There we go. Now, we're getting something new introduced. Now we're getting the Street Profits brought in. Because, you think about it at the end of the day, Seth pretty much made it abundantly clear. If you're not with me, you're against me. And the Profits are making it clear that they are against him. So, yeah. So, that is it for this week's show, folks. All in all, decent show. So, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure you look for me on the Twitter at Tim Vicious. Also on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. If you're going to look for me on my Facebook gimmick, let me know you found me on there from here. Or my Facebook, or my Twitter at Tim Vicious. I don't think I creep Joe going. Leave any interesting complaints, questions, concerns, grunts, groans down below. I'm always willing to hear criticism, good, bad, and everything in between. Thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. A little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Also, thank you to executive producer Ali Rewan Ben, who provided the music for this week's show. Don't forget to check out his music out there on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. And, folks, don't forget to follow these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter. Alex Mulligan, Kenny Killer, VSB_RV, Diabolica RA, Sergeant Curry Pants, and Gazzy MWP. And, folks, like I always tell you, you live me great, you hate me. Fuck you.